presentation?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Should I just read out each slide as I go?
Yeah, just give me a quick walkthrough of your project, and we can then end that with the demonstration of your project.
Okay. So our project is an AI model. It classifies diseases based on symptoms and the description of user inputs. So basically how it works is we use a data set to train a model, and it explains, we use an LLM to connect to that data set, to connect to that original model, and it will also like give a further explanation of the disease. So we wanted to build a system that allows users to find their own disease or find relevant diseases without having to go to a hospital first, because that would probably take a lot of time. If instead of going to the hospital, not knowing what you have and waiting like 5 days to find out what you have based on tests, knowing what you have before you come to the hospital is probably like a lot more time saving, and it's better for the hospital itself too, because they don't have to keep you in there for 5 days. So yeah, it shortens the diagnosis. It shortens the process of diagnosing the patients. This is our data sets. We have two. The first one was for a random forest classifier. The second one was for an LLM. So this is not important, but it was Python, and we used Streamlit for deployment, and we used Google Generative AI for the LLM, and then sklearn and Seaborn and Matplotlib for the random forest classifier. This is our classifier. It uses the data set and has user inputs. The output of the random forest classifier goes into LLM. This is the LLM. This is the LLM prompt. It uses certain variables that came from both the user inputs and the predicted disease, which is the classifier's output. This is how the user interface looks. It's a simple UI. It's very easy to use. You just type in what you have. So this is how it would look if you put in a disease. It would give out why it's relevant, how common it is, and is it important? Like, do you need to call 911 right now? So this was our workflow. We got the disease symptoms and patient profile data set, and we trained the random forest classifier model. And then after that, we used Streamlit to get input boxes so that the user could plug in like what they have. And the random forest classifier would use those inputs, and then it would print it to the LLM, which would again respond with an treatments and is it important and stuff like that. So we think it could be used by clinics or individuals. Yeah, it is a lot of accuracy. It's explainability. Like, it explains to everyone with LLM, because it's not like really hard to see what you have. It's also like it's available to non-experts because it's just a site. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah. So, what about the accuracy? Do you have do you test the accuracy also?
Yeah, so it's about 80% accurate on the random forest classifier, but since we are using an LLM to further diagnose the patient, like basically again, it shouldn't be a problem based on the accuracy of the random forest classifier.
Okay. Let's go and have a look at your project demonstration now.
Okay. This is the site. Can you see my?
Yeah.
So the user has to input age, so let's just say 35, and based on their cholesterol level, they can choose with three options. They can choose a gender, and then they have three options of yes or no for fever, difficulty breathing, and cough. And if you needed to, it's optional, but you can also add a description to like further enhance uh the project. So all you have to do is record inputs. It'll give one disease, but it'll take a minute or two to load the full response.
Okay, how about we do a test run on a very serious disease?
Okay, so do you have the symptoms for?
Yeah, let's do some uh bleeding also. Let's do cough and bleeding. Let's see how serious.
Cough breathing or cough breathing, no. And then this can be normal. Okay. Now the only things are cough and difficulty breathing.
Okay.
So usually this one will give kidney disease because it'll explain in a minute, but kidney disease doesn't usually have too many symptoms. So if you're not getting a fever and if you're not getting like many things, it'll most likely output kidney disease as it doesn't get too many symptoms. So it's kind of the one that you'll have if you don't have too many other symptoms.
Yeah, I think that's really great. I mean, the presentation is really structured, and this really looks good. So, tell me about the background. How did you choose this problem statement? Are you interested in healthcare? Like, how did you come up with this problem statement?
Yeah, I actually do want to work in healthcare in the industry when I grow up. Um, I'd like to do science in the school and stuff, so that's why I wanted to do something with disease classification or healthcare in general.
Awesome. So, I heard a lot about you from your mentor. He really praised the hard work that you did in the cohort. So, how was your experience with your mentor?